What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Ben Mahari here, representing Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Much love to the entire LDBC and the basketball community. If you want more basketball content, tune in to Basketball Conversations every Friday night, 9 p.m. Central Time. It's where we discuss basketball-related topics, news, debates, and everything else in the world of basketball. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to get all the latest notifications when I start dripping videos and live streams. Well, I hate to say I told you so, but I've told you so. I have been against resuming the NBA season since the COVID-19 pandemic has started, and now cases right now are starting to spike through the roof among its players. Okay, so here's the report right now as from USA Today. Okay, so at least nine more NBA players have tested positive for the COVID-19 virus. Now, this brings the total to 25 positive tests out of the 351 players, which is a positive rate of 7.1%. 16 players have tested positive on the first day they began testing on June the 23rd. Also, 10 out of 884 NBA stashes have tested positive from June 23rd to June 29th, thanks to a news release by the NBA. Okay. And so by the statement, they basically said any player, coach, or team staff member who tested positive will remain in self isolation until they satisfy public health protocols for discontinuing isolation and have been cleared by a physician. Okay. And then among those players that were basically tested positive, uh, two players from the Brooklyn Nets, Spencer Dinwiddie and DeAndre Jordan, and three other players from the New Orleans Pelicans and members from the Denver Nuggets traveling party team. Now they did not release, who the names of those guys were from those two other teams, but you get the point. Now, when you talk about what's been going on in Florida right now, here's the other thing though, too. You guys also have to understand. Florida just now reported today 10,000 new cases of coronavirus today. Okay, that is exactly the first time there's been a case where they spiked at 10,000 cases. Now the state has reported about 169,106 total cases, and they also reported 67 deaths, which now raises the number of COVID-19 related deaths to 3,617. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. I had told you guys about this, that was a bad idea from the jump, and now you're seeing more and more of these cases going on through the roof right now. It's really not worth playing basketball right now. I've already heard about, other players jumping out and jumping away from this idea of returning back to basketball, okay? And guys like Victor Oladipo and Brandon Beal and Bradley Beal, basically are speculating they're not going to even return back to basketball, which I agree at 100%. This is going to end up real, real bad. You're even seeing what's going on in MLB right now. I mean, the Texas Rangers team, as I pull this up just real quick. Okay, here's a case about the COVID-19 right now. Okay, there have been several front office and also players that also tested positive for the virus though too as well. Okay, now when you take it into consideration, what's going on in Major League Baseball at the moment, they basically have agreed to continue the season at 60 games. Okay, now when you look at what's going on with all the different regulations of what's going on at the moment, they're basically saying no spitting, no confronting umpires, no jumping out of the dugout, no fighting or anything else like that. Okay, but right now, this is really end up very bad. The three major states, California, Texas, and Florida, have seen major spikes in COVID-19 cases. Trust me when I tell you, this is going to end badly on the NBA. And the fact that Adam Silver is still optimistic of resuming the season is beyond ridiculous. I never can envision returning back to basketball, and they're about to return in about 2 weeks. And so, this is really going to end up real, real bad. And the fact that Adam Silver is still optimistic about it, even though he basically said that they will have no problem of canceling it, that the spread that could be the reason why it could be delayed. Listen, they should have came out the rip and just said, "Listen, we're not going to resume any basketball right now because all this is about getting the money that they've lost from the entire season, about the big pay, and this is what people like Kyrie have been standing up about from the jump. I don't really care at this point about what the health officials has been basically talking about. I even heard on from Stephen A. Smith and all the people in the world say like, it's just that y'all be crazy if the season gonna be canceled and all that. No, bro. Listen, it don't matter, man. It don't matter. Listen, the NBA is making a big mistake in resuming the season. All right, and no matter how hard they try to finish out the 2020 season, they should have just canceled out the season and resumed a new season starting in December. That way, you have a better opportunity to see what the landscape is. But right now, this cases right now are spiking through the roof because nobody is taking this seriously. Nope, not a lot of people are wearing masks. They're not following the social distancing guidelines. It is really going to be a very, very tough time. Plus, you also have to consider the fact that this weekend, this is 4th of July weekend, people like to go out, catch the fireworks, go out to the local parks, and just chill around in the lakes and all that stuff. Don't be surprised if more and more cases start spiking out through the roof. People are not listening. They're not taking this thing seriously. Okay, this is really, really bad. I'm not even gonna go outside for this time around. I don't trust that the state's not gonna do the right thing and tell people, listen, stay home. All right, this is really I'm just disgusted by how things are turning out right now. And even if Alan Silver pretty much said that they're very confident they make the Walt Disney Studios campus very, very safe, all it takes is one person. All it takes is one person. There's already been 25 players right now that have already been tested positive. If this continues to rise, if the numbers continue to rise, I just don't see how the NBA is going to resume. I literally don't. It's just not worth it at this point. And for the players that don't want to come back because of this, salute to you. You guys are doing a good thing, and you're worried about your families and everything else. But this is what I'm saying, you guys. This is the kind of recklessness that I'm talking about with a lot of these sports leagues. Okay, that's why I made it very, very clear. Even on Ticket TV's live stream, I'm not watching no basketball. I'm just going to probably see some highlights and report it to you, but that's about it. But other than that, I'm not going to watch no games, none whatsoever. It's not worth the time, not worth the space. All right. But we're going to talk about this more tomorrow night on my show. Okay. We're going to go over this a little bit more in depth. Okay. And I will talk about a lot of other stuff there too on my show tonight, on my show tomorrow night. So don't miss out on that. 9 p.m. Central Time right here on this channel. Okay. But my point is the cases are continuing to rise. If the cases continue to rise before the season resumes, there could be a good chance that Adam Silva's hand may be forced to just shut down the entire season, something that he should have done in the first place. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section.